going on, YouTube? Hey, this is Rated H. I'm Hub. So we did the Halo series on Paramount Plus. We did the review for it. So if you guys want to watch it, hey, drop a like, share, leave a comment, even, so we can see how we're doing and everything. But thanks, and here's the video. What is going on, chat? This is Rated H for episode 6. I am Hub.
Hunter.
That's Hunter. That's my co-host right there. We did Halo series. We did the first 2 episodes that just came out, so it's coming out every Thursday. It is on Paramount Plus. If you guys want to watch it, it's not bad so far. Not bad. I enjoyed it so far. I like it's a human Halo. The other ones were kind of like animated, kind of, but they were human at the same thing. But it wasn't
A little
as good.
choppy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
wasn't as good as quality.
No, not at all. So first episode, you kind of get right into it in the first episode. You meet the Covenant. You have
Yep.
Quan. She's played by Yurin Ha. Which her last name's the same as her person, Quan Ha. I mean, it's the same thing. But so she's out with her friends. They're
Yep.
on. So they skip like a lunch or something like that.
I can't even
She
remember, to be
skipped
honest with
something.
you.
Her dad asked where she was. They
Yeah,
said,
she's
"Oh,
not
oh
where
no,
she's
card
supposed to
game,
be.
card game." They're playing cards,
Yep.
and he was winning in cards. So it wasn't, yeah, exactly. It wasn't where she's supposed to be. She was up with some
Yep.
friends
You know those kids out there
looking for
running
a plant,
wild.
looking for that
Yeah, they're
plant.
trying to get high on some
Exactly.
shrooms.
So they find him, but then
Yep.
Quan sees a Covenant ship, and she starts going towards it, and doesn't end very well. I'll tell you that, because
Sees a phantom.
yeah, they get pretty blasted up by the plasma rifles.
Oh, that's what I will say on the first episode. I mean, they just jump right into it. People's legs are blowing off. I'm like, oh, okay,
I
this
was
is actually
surprised. I really
for
was.
adults.
Yes, I was surprised to see them
I
like
was
literally
too.
blowing them up like that. It was pretty
And
crazy.
it showed it too for the most part. I mean,
Yeah, it did.
obviously it's
It
not
did.
a gore fest, but it did show enough for me.
Yeah,
I was pleased.
and then that's when so the Covenants go into their town, their village, and they
She's
drop the
trying
Spartans
to
in.
she's trying to warn her people, trying to warn her dad. Dad's like, "Oh, we got this up there on the 50 cal," but she's like, "They're not humans.
No,
It's not what you think it is.
not
We
at
got some
all. You got
aliens
some
covenant."
brutes coming in. Um, so then they drop the Spartans in. There's 4 of them. So you got Master Chief, then you
Yep.
got 2 of the, what was it, Kai 125, Vanek 134, and then
Yep.
Riz 028.
Riz. Yep.
So one's a sniper. She's on the kind of like on the wall.
Yeah, you can tell just by the armor and the way that they present themselves. Like you tell it's
Yes.
females, and then you find that out in the second episode.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. Let's talk about the first
Yep.
episode first.
Yep. So they're trying to help them out. They're starting to kill the
Yep.
Covenants.
And everybody is against them because Spartans get bad names. You know what I mean? They kill everybody, kill
Yeah.
everything. That's
Which
the
is true though,
backstory
because they
here.
just can't remember.
Yep.
And which you'll get to that later on too. I mean, they'll start realizing like they burn their memories with their treatments, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And the only thing I didn't like though is they're clunky. You know what I mean? Like it was just like when they
Yeah.
landed, when they walk, you could kind of tell they're clunky.
It's off just a hair, whatever
Yeah.
that's AI or whatever it may
Yeah.
be.
Might have been better to have them kind of CGI'd in a little bit. Not as
Full.
much though, but
Yeah.
I do like how it looks realistic. It really does.
I know. The first episode waited 20 years in all the series. They never take off. Master Chief never takes his helmet off. First episode takes his helmet off.
Yeah, to
What's
save
up with
Quan,
that?
to show
What's up
Quan
with
that
that?
he's trying to help her. Which
Some random kid.
Master
Yeah.
Chief's played by Pablo, which he's a very good actor. Den of
Yeah.
Thieves, love that movie.
What, Orange is the New Black. I believe he's in there too.
Yeah,
For you ladies.
he's a good actor for sure. Um,
I do like him.
I
I mean,
enjoy
I
him.
get why, you know what I mean? You need an actor who takes his helmet off, takes his armor off. I mean, you got to give a backstory and make him feel
Yep.
human, like it is a, the
Yep.
person. But
Yeah.
that just killed me. That you should have. I could have waited another 20 years, man. Leave his helmet on. It's the mystery behind it, which
Yeah,
I enjoyed personally. But
I did too. I
I
mean,
get it.
I enjoyed when they took it off and you see who it was. Maybe they could have waited till the second episode. They could have did that.
Shit, should have waited to the end of the series.
They could have. They could have. They could have.
But overall, I mean, I guess I get it though. It makes some, you know what I mean? You can relate to him, especially with this character. And the reason he takes his helmet off to this girl is because they put a hit out on her.
Yeah, and
That's
he.
what happens when you start running your fucking mouth before you know what's going on. She's
Yeah.
talking all this crazy shit like, "Oh, I'm gonna blame you guys. You guys killed everybody, not the aliens, not the Covenant." So,
Yeah, because
and then that plays in
they wanted her to say that they were helping her and her village to get all the villagers onto their side. That's what they
because
wanted.
everybody hates the Spartans. They have a
Yes.
bad name for themselves.
So I mean, so he ends up helping her because they put a hit out on her is what they do. And
Roll down on that, Eugene. Who's the people that play on the actual ship
we got
on Reach?
Halsey,
Yep.
which is the doctor with Doctor Catherine Halsey.
And who was her, husband at the time or whoever she's going with?
That
He's in one of
is
the commanders.
yeah, which was Dr. Miranda Keys. That's it, her mom actually, which
Yeah.
is really odd
That's
when
it.
you find that
That's a
out.
good. Yeah, it's a good play on it. I like where they're going with the story, how it's evolving.
Yeah, I
I
do
mean,
too.
first episode. I mean,
Captain
they just
Jacob
jump right
Keys.
in. There it is.
Jacob is
Thank you,
her
Eugene.
dad. So you got, I mean, you have a good story behind it with the first episode. You do like it's like, all right, well now I understand why he's like, why we're getting into this. So he leaves with the ship. Well, he also finds the artifact, which plays a
Well,
very
that is why the Covenant is here on their planet. I forget
yes,
the name of where they're at, but that's what the aliens are there for. They're digging into the ground to find. Obviously, what they're always looking for is artifacts because that goes with their religion. That says
yeah.
everything about them.
So he touches the artifact when he's on the planet, and it like gives him a flashback of a memory that he doesn't remember, and it's a kid
Yep.
and mom. So he's that like
Got a
kind of
dog running around
yeah. So that kind of worries him. Vanek 134 says, "Hey," like snaps him out of it. He stops touching it, and it goes back to normal.
because
So
he's supposed to be a weapon for the humans. He's
yeah,
the greatest, asset to us.
yeah. So
So
he
he's a weapon. He's not supposed to remember anything. He's not supposed to have
no,
any memories. He's supposed to be basically a robot,
yep,
and he takes it upon himself to save this girl and betray his people so they think Halsey.
exactly,
So
exactly.
you can go on.
So he goes on. They say what he takes it on the ship with him, and so whenever they're going in, they finally finds the hit, and he's trying to get away. So he takes off the tracker, he takes off everything that they can control him. Well, they ended up turning off
The
his
pilot,
oxygen.
all that.
Yeah,
Yep.
he ends
Killed
the,
it in the ship.
yeah.
Everything
They tried turning off the oxygen low
just to
enough,
keep him conscious.
yeah, that he still stays alive, and then Kwan does too, but she's passed out.
Yep.
Well, he obviously is a superhuman almost because I mean he's been training for this stuff. He wakes up, he fixes the oxygen level, so he's good to go now. So they figure everything else out. Well, they get hit with the plasma, and it shuts down the ship, and they land. Well, what's Master Chief do?
Oh, who was it? The people there. They sent in his team, the Spartans, the other Spartans, to
Yeah,
come and try to
Halsey
kind of
said if anybody,
eradicate him.
yep,
Yeah.
Halsey said if anybody touches Master Chief, you have his back. You kill
You,
anybody.
you got the green light.
Yeah,
Go in
so
there.
they were waiting, man. They're about to see for the door. The Spartans are like, we're gonna get him. Like we got him. Like dude, don't even touch
Yep.
him. Well, Master Chief ends up touching the artifact, and it powers everything back up. Shoots like a
Yep.
pulse out.
EMP.
Yep. Fires up that ship, and they finally get away. Little Augie. And then so they get away and they go to another place. So that's kind of like
Yep.
where the episode ends on that one.
Second episode, not as crazy, not as jumping in, but it gives you the backstory. So it's a little bit slower than the first one, which is like, okay, I get it. A lot of information in the second one.
Yes. It starts out with they actually go back like 20 years or 22 years or something like that. It's whenever
Yep.
they were actually in a training.
Still being trained. Yep.
Yes. So he's actually going to Soren 066, which is his best friend, I guess. Obviously, I mean, Soren's trying to get out because he knows there's something wrong. They're doing treatments on him. He has a
Yeah.
messed up arm from it.
Treatments.
Yeah, he has a
Yep.
messed up arm. He's got like 3 fingers now on it, and it's super huge. So he thought Master Chief was gonna go with him, and he's like, "Nah, I'll give you 5 seconds. Like you're coming back
Five
home. You're not
minutes.
leaving." Yeah. He goes, "I'll give you 5 minutes." He finally like
Pulls him
says,
back up.
"It's all right."
Yep.
So Soren leaves, and he goes to a new planet, which is called Rabbles or something like that. And so he's there, and that's where actually it goes off into that. Like they took the ship to his planet, like he kind of
Where he
created.
escaped back in the
Yeah.
day.
So it's
And
like
this is the only person Master Chief knows that is not in the
in with
UNSC.
everybody. Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
So
So it's the only one he can trust at the time.
yep. So he goes up there, and he shows him the artifact, and they're talking for a little while, and he's talking about treatments. Oh, he's like, oh, Soren says you so-called treatments, they're messing your body up because
Yep.
Master Chief saying, I seen some shit. Like I touched that artifact, I'm seeing stuff, and he's like, well, if you
Nobody can
stop doing the
explain
treatment,
it. Nobody knows what the artifact is,
yeah, and
but
Soren knows that they're taking
he's
memories
like,
out of him.
and Soren's like, hey, I got a guy. I got a guy that maybe knows something that you know about. He got abducted a few
He
years
took a
ago.
ship. Yep,
Come talk to this guy.
yep. And Master Chief is like, he doesn't want to like he thinks that Halsey's actually helping him, and she's honestly not. She's taking his memories away, and Soren got all of his memories back because he left, and he took the spine thing out, and that's what was
Yep.
like causing his memories to go away. So I mean, I get where they're trying to go from it. Like, yeah, he actually has to have this stuff in his body to align with his
Military.
align with his
Listen,
suit.
you
Because
gotta, take orders and have trust, and
yep,
you don't question orders.
no, no, not at all. So we're not going to get into all the details because we obviously want you guys to watch it. I mean, you're going to get all the rest of the in details and stuff. We'll give you kind of like our judgments of it. Um, so he takes him to his dude, which he's fucking. That dude's weird. I mean, he's
Yeah.
definitely off
Crawling
his
around on the
rocker.
ground.
You
Yeah,
shut
he
the
is.
gate, they're going to get in. Like it's not even
That
locked.
guy.
Like anybody can get
That
in.
guy. That guy got probed.
Yeah, no doubt. There's something happened. Something happened with that dude. So he's going nuts, saying all kinds of stuff. Finally, he tries to touch the artifact, it does nothing.
Yep.
Master Chief touches it, and he gets another memory.
EMP
Yeah,
pulse.
yeah, he gets another memory of him drawing pictures with his mom there, and so he's
Who he
starting to
thinks
kind
his
of
mom,
remember
right?
stuff.
Yeah,
I
he
think
does.
it's his mom. It could be.
Yeah,
It could be Halsey. Honestly, it could be.
it's hard to say.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know.
No.
John
So I
doesn't
think it's
know.
gonna start get into that, like of like what memories these are and like what he's gonna start remembering because obviously something's gonna happen. But the bad thing is though after he does that, that he goes back.
Yep. He
And
runs back to Halsey
yeah,
as
and
always.
Soren's like is she your mother? Like you know what I mean? She's your protector or something. And he's like, well, that's the only person I can trust. Which I mean, there's
Yep.
no way you can trust her. She puts him in a cage pretty much like a jail cell, and he's not going
Well,
nowhere.
he broke orders, so I get
Yep.
it, military style.
Yeah.
And the reason he went to this place is to drop off what's her name,
Quan, yeah. So she
Quan.
was safe, so she doesn't die. Because
Yep.
that was
This
his main thing was saving her because he thought that was wrong. Which
and this place is there's no rules on this place. You know what I
yeah,
mean? No rules, no police, no
they all got guns.
military.
They all got guns.
Yep.
It was a pretty cool place though. I mean, when they were going through
Yep.
that the tunnels and stuff on that little shuttle, dude, that was pretty sweet.
And yeah, and his buddy made all of that.
Yeah,
Sauron.
it was pretty
What's
sweet.
his name? Yeah,
Soren 066. Yeah, it was pretty
Soren.
sweet. Um, so he goes back. He's in a jail cell. Halsey's talking to him, saying, "Hey, like we're gonna fix you."
Thanks for coming back. Thanks for
Yes.
trusting me.
Yeah, so that's like so Admiral Margaret wasn't for Halsey using Cortana because they
Nope.
needed other humans to make Cortana work. And she's like,
DNA sample.
yeah, she's like, nah, it's not gonna happen.
Frowned upon.
Halsey played her cards
tells
whenever
them,
they're all in their voting stations and everything. She played her cards right, and she's
put her
talked
on the
about it.
spot.
Yep.
Yep.
So the admiral and all them were like, "Yep, like we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens." And it's weird. Like Cortana looked like her. I honestly I think it was her. I think it was
Yeah,
her DNA.
oh, it definitely was. I mean, that's who Cortana is based after,
Yeah.
as we played the Halo series.
So she has her. She's opened her up, so it kind of stops there. So you really don't get to see Cortana yet. So you're 2 episodes in, you don't know Cortana or nothing, but you know like of her, so you know like what she's gonna start. She's trying to get them into the Spartans to help out, and it's pretty much gonna be Master Chief. I think that's all she really wants. I don't think she really wants anybody else other than Master Chief.
Yeah.
I think she could care less about Vanek and Kai and Riz. I honestly, I just she
There's
knows
only
Master Chief
one
is
Cortana so far, and
yeah.
that's the only one. He's the Master Chief, so he's the only one that she can trust with Cortana, and then that'll make him. It's already a superhuman, but it'll make him have all the information available. You all know Cortana. You know what she
Yeah.
does, what she's about.
Yeah, so I mean, second episode's just like, and it kind of ends right there. It's like you see
I
Cortana, you see her open
enjoy
her up.
the Covenant whenever they go to their planet, the alien planet, and they have a human there too.
Yeah, she's called
Eugene, pull her
she,
out.
she's called the
And
prophet.
look at those.
It's
Look, yeah,
McKee.
the prophets there. Yeah, who is that? Mercy and
Yep.
regret.
Yeah. So it's like, and that's
Look at that, and those are good. That's good. What is that, CGI or whatever you want to call it? That
yeah,
is good graphics. I enjoy the way that they did the aliens for
I
sure.
do,
It
I do.
looked good.
I like the coloring on the suits too. They made him green. They made like even the visors are sick, dude. Like they did a good
Absolutely.
job. They did a good job and all that. They really did.
Yep.
Um, so you got Makai. I think that's her name. She's the yeah, it's her. So she's the
Roll up
whatever
some more. Keep scrolling up there.
whatever you want to call
Uh,
her.
what'd you click
It's
on there?
her right here,
Boom.
Charlie Murphy.
Keep scrolling up, and then hit next on that little arrow. It'll keeps doing it. Damn it, Eugene.
What arrow?
Uh, get out of that. I don't know. I think you click back into that Charlie Murphy
I did.
actress.
I did.
Back out of that.
We went pictures.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I
And
got
then
you. I got you.
yeah, right there. And then if that arrow right there by the photos, hit
Yeah,
next.
her. So
One,
she's the
one more right there. Bam, her.
yeah she's the chosen one, I guess you could say, for the Covenant as a human. So they're
And
actually sending her
supposedly she's the only one that could, make the artifact work
work
and glow.
exactly.
But after the Spartan 117 touched it, it glows. An alien's seen him, and they're like, "Oh, we got to report this. We got to. There's another
Yep.
person, another chosen one
Yep.
by the
So
prophets."
she's kind of like I'm going there. Like we're gonna
Yep.
figure this out. She's gonna go by herself. They kind of were against it, but they ended up letting her because
Yep. She's too important.
yeah,
What are you doing down there? You could get hurt.
exactly. So they sent
You're our
her,
biggest asset.
and that's where it kind of ends on that episode. I mean,
Yep.
there's really not much left. I mean,
Yeah.
they're definitely slow playing it for 9 episodes
Yeah.
in this series. They're slow playing it for
For
nine
sure.
episodes.
The first one kind of grabs you by the boo boo. Things are happening, explosions, little
Yep. Yep.
backstory. They get to see the aliens. You get to see the Covenant. So it's like, okay, I like where this is going. Second story gives you more. Second episode gives you more story on Spartan 117 and
Yeah.
how he grew up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
showing
then
him like what's happening. I mean, he has a bunch of scars on his back too, so you obviously know that they're doing tests on him to put stuff in his body to make the suits work. Because
enhance him or whatever.
Soren
Yeah,
leaves with half of his suit already. So like when after they show him on his planet, he still has it, but you could tell it's not up to date of like what theirs
yeah.
looks like. So I don't know
New
what
and
his actually
improved.
does. You know what I mean? I mean, I know his arm's still jacked up.
It ain't fixing that arm anytime soon.
No,
That's
not
for
at
sure.
all.
I don't know what's going on with that. Looking like the thing.
Yeah, so like he's got that issue. That's his wife, and then he has a kid. So his kid puts a stamp on Master Chief too, and it's a
Yep.
smiley face. He's like,
Little
that
smiley
means
face.
he likes you, like he trusts you.
Yep.
And Master Chief looks down at that a few times, and
I'm honored.
I think he's kind of like, man, maybe I made the
Realize.
wrong choice of coming here because I need to help this kid. I need to make sure he's okay.
Yep.
I think that's what he was trying to get at, like in his head.
If Click on that picture right there.
Which one? This one?
That one you're on right now, the Covenant
Yeah, that
Master. Like that's pretty sick.
high chair. That's where they are. The high charity
Yeah,
location
high
right now.
charity. Yep, that is pretty sweet. I mean,
Their
look at
pitch.
that picture.
Yeah,
They've been killing it on that on the
they have
graphics and the
been.
CGI. I mean, it is as good as it's gonna get for sure.
I think so too. I honestly do, and I think they did a very very good job. But some of the stuff was clunky. I mean, like even like this, like when he got him with the sword, dude, right through the chest, like it
Yeah,
just came right out real quick. It was like it was
yeah.
nice. It was sick.
Yep, he had him hanging out, then
Yeah,
right through him.
it
Didn't even
was.
have to. It literally appeared right through him, which
Yeah,
was fucking sick.
yeah.
What'd you think, Buggy? Sick? Good.
I liked it a
She
lot.
liked
It
it.
was
We
nice.
liked it. Definitely a lot of good killing. I think they sent what 20 Covenant down there to grab this
Yep,
artifact,
yep,
and
yep, yep.
they just stumbled upon Quan and wiped everybody out.
Yeah, I mean it was sweet. And then you got like here's their the robots or whatever. It's like just it's an asteroid field. That's literally what
Yeah,
it is, and
and he
that's where
just
they made it.
connected them all together, and
Yep.
he built it all. Very sick. Pretty cool.
Hey,
Pretty
continue
cool
talking.
living
I'll be right back.
quarters. Yep. For the third episode, that's going to be pretty interesting. That comes out on Thursday, which I'm eager to see how they're going to pick up with this because the second one was a little bit slow. It definitely makes you wonder. I just can't believe he took his helmet off on the first episode. Take your helmet off. I've waited 20 years and I still, I mean, that was the mystery behind, John, is you never seen his face. And in the first episode, he takes his helmet off to some random kid. I don't know.
All right, all
It's
right, all right.
there he is.
So this
Uh,
is more rules. I mean, they did a good job on this too. It wasn't
yeah.
totally fake like
No,
everybody.
no, it looked good. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, and like
Cool planet.
the one thing I didn't like though was like him taking his whole suit off to go in that jail cell, and even to go in the rubles too. Like he took it all off.
Yeah, I think it was making the guy's wife uncomfortable. He's like, hey, take that suit off. I mean,
I just did the floors. I just cleaned the floors. Yeah,
yeah.
right here. So I mean, for it being a Halo, it's not bad. Like it's honestly not. And I think they can go into it more, and I think you'll get into it more. Honestly, because
Yeah, I mean, we still. This is right now is just the beginning of like nobody knows about the Covenant. Just very few people. The
yeah,
humans don't know. That's why they're like, everybody needs to join the same side, humans versus aliens, and they're hesitant because obviously Spartans have a bad reputation.
exactly. And
But
we're
they,
already two
they
episodes in.
and they can go anywhere with this. Well, you guys all know the Halo series. I mean, that's what we all grew up with. I love it up there, Halo. You know what I mean? So we still got brutes. We still got the horde. There's a lot of stuff they can play off of this for sure. But
There
they
is.
can go for a while on just the covenant, just the aliens part, and
Yeah.
then obviously they're gonna team up eventually. Spoiler alert.
And then you got Vinegar Groff, which is played by Bern Gorman. Which Bern Gorman's a
Or,
good act. He's a
yeah,
good act. He's a good actor.
yeah.
I mean, he's actually a general, I guess you could say, and he's also killing people in the villages. That's who everybody like hates. That's who Quan hates. She wants to kill him. She wants to find out where he's at. She wants Master Chief
This
to help
guy
her.
took her father, the guy that just got sorted. We showed a picture of. This guy took his place to kind of wrangle everybody in and don't listen to the USNC propaganda. Basically, we all need to join sides because these were all
Yeah, they showed him.
what's the
He
word?
was executing the villagers,
They
and
were all rebels.
yeah,
Yeah,
she was executing. He was executing them girls and stuff, taking their mask off and stuff. That's what
yeah,
Quan seen. She
yep.
was like,
They
"Oh, they're
sent in a drone real quick to see what was
yeah,
going on.
exactly."
Kill,
Like,
seen just enough, then he shot down the drone. You could tell this guy's a bad guy.
yeah, definitely, no doubt. So we are probably gonna do another episode for this for Thursday or Tuesday. We'll probably watch the next one and we'll talk
Yep.
about it a little bit.
That, like I said, that comes out Thursday on
Yeah,
Paramount Plus. You can watch that.
if you have it, yes, yes. I know there's some Twitch streamers like Ninja. He watched it on Twitch. So if you want to get on there and he's watching the next episode, you can watch it with him. I know he was watching the first episode. I
Yeah,
don't know if he did the second one or not, but I mean, if you like Ninja, I mean, that's up to you guys. Um, so we are gonna watch the next one. It comes out tomorrow or Thursday.
Thursday,
Yeah, so we'll do another episode on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I don't know if it'll
Keeping with
be
the
as
Halo.
long because
Yeah,
it's only like a 30-minute or 40-minute
40.
show.
Yeah,
We could also talk about like what we has also got. Um,
We might do one more episode of Halo, then jump into a movie. Then that way we can talk about our movie review and then talk about Halo towards the end there to fill our time gap.
Yes, but for sure we're definitely gonna do Halo. I mean, if you guys want to hop in and talk about it with us, I mean, we could definitely
Join the
probably get.
Discord.
Yeah, we definitely could probably
Absolutely.
get half hour out of that way. If
Yep.
not, we'll try to get close as we can, and we'll watch a movie too with it.
Yep.
We haven't really found any new movies yet that we want to watch. I mean, we got Spider-Man's coming out. It is out. I mean, I could definitely buy that and watch it, but I mean, we'll figure it out. But we're definitely gonna do Halo. If it might be a surprise if we have a new movie too. We'll definitely talk about it. So
Ooh.
this will be on YouTube on Saturday, like normal, 12 o'clock.
Saturday dropping.
Yep. If you guys want to watch it live, come back Tuesday, 5 o'clock. We're gonna hit it live again on Tuesday. Um, so that's it for us. I mean, honestly, it was just a good episode. I mean, it was kind of slow in the
Quick
second
little
one.
rundown. Second one, yeah, a lot of information. Was slow, not as good as the first one. Obviously, first one's gonna bring you in.
Yeah, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I think it's gonna. I
It
think it's
is.
gonna
It's
start
gonna
getting
pick
good.
up.
Yeah, I think it's going to. So yeah, Paramount Plus Halo series. You gotta watch it. So this is Rated H signing out. I'm Hub.
I'm 100.
Hey, we'll see you guys on Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.